Today we are with Joanna Penn from thecreativepenn.com, and we're going to do a fantastic interview about publishing and great complexities of publishing today. So Joanna, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's great to be on the show. Thank you very much, Javier, and thanks for having me.
I wanted to ask you first to give us a sense of how you're helping authors right now get started.
Okay, well, I guess I should start with the fact that I am just a sort of newbie myself. I've written a couple of books. I first wrote my first book, How to Enjoy Your Job, a few years ago, and wanted to, find out all about the publishing process myself. So I self-published it, and in the process I learned a lot about publishing, and then once I'd actually published it, I found I had to learn about marketing. So once I really got into those topics, I wanted to help other authors do the same thing. So basically I started the blog, thecreativepenn.com, to help other people, sort of get through the lessons learned quicker than I did, because I ended up spending a lot of time and a lot of money learning those lessons. So I thought if I started a blog, I could help other people get published, get their books out there, and fulfill their dreams of being an author. So that's why I really started the blog, and I've got a podcast and I do videos and stuff like yourself. And because I'm really passionate about books and about publishing and about, I guess, marketing people's books and their knowledge out into the world.
That's fantastic, because it's something that we really need as authors, to have an understanding of how to walk this very complex field of opportunities. And I see that there are many options for book publishing. So how does an author determine how to go about them? What is the best option for each sort of author?
Well, that is a great question, and you can see here I've got this thing called the publishing quadrant that I'm showing to your watchers right now. And basically these are the things that are available for authors now. So traditional publishing is still something obviously that's out there, but obviously with the world being as it is, it's harder to get published, and obviously it takes time to get an agent, to get a publisher, and then it takes time to get your book to market. So I think traditional publishing is still a great way, but there are many other options now, which is brilliant. So I'll explain the other quadrants. So basically self-publishing is where you do it all yourself, and you produce a print book and you get it out there into bookstores as a physical product basically. And self-publishing is great because you can do it all yourself, do it quicker, put it out there, but it takes time and it takes money, and many people don't want to do it all themselves. But some people do want to self-publish. So the thing that really changed my life, and I'll wave my diagram again, the thing that really changed my life was print-on-demand publishing. Now in print-on-demand, basically you upload a digital file to a site, for example lulu.com or lightningsource.com, and that publishes your file to a site like Amazon or barnesandnoble.com. People can actually order your physical book and it is printed on demand. So one copy of your book is printed and sent to the customer. Now that is a fantastic option for self-publishers, because it means that they can get rid of all the cost up front of the printing, and they can also take advantage of that distribution model. So I have my books on Amazon.com, and I don't hold any stock. I'm in Australia, and I sell to people all around the world, and every time someone orders a book it gets printed and sent, and that's like, wow, that's amazing. So you as a person writing a book can sell a physical book to someone through Amazon.com with not too much of investment really in terms of money, although it does take a lot of time. So you'll still need to do a cover and do editing and all of that type of stuff. Now the fourth quadrant is digital publishing, and I guess a lot of people have heard about that, but basically now you can put ebooks out there on the Kindle, on the iPad, on all of these different exciting platforms, so that people can read as they go. I love reading on my iPhone when I commute to work, for example. And to do that, the site I would recommend for people who are doing it themselves is smashwords.com, and that will put you all over the place in terms of your ebook. So I guess those are the four main models of publishing these days.
Now, if we do go the traditional route, what would be the best way to do it? Do we go and try to look for the agent with having done already a book proposal and try to contact many publishers? Or should we just start building a connection with the actual reader that we're going to be appealing for, and connecting with them so that we can have a platform that allows us then to attract the proper publisher? What would be the best way nowadays to go about this? In the end, it's going to take you about 2 years to do either thing. So, and the objective is to get readers. So.
Well, that is a great question, and actually one I am debating myself at the moment. So as I said, I'm self-published. I have not been traditionally published. I've done all the other quadrants, but I'm into adventures in publishing, so I'm definitely pro all kinds of publishing. Now, my sort of experience stems from, writing a book and then being rejected, and I really didn't like that. And clearly I was nobody. Well, I still am nobody, but basically I had nothing. I had no readers. Nobody knew who I was. So I started to build a blog and a podcast and a Twitter following and people who knew who I was, so that I could sell my books to them. Now, as you said, it's important to do that whether you self-publish or whether you get a traditional publisher. And traditional publishers these days want authors who can sell their books, and it is obviously much easier to get a publishing deal if you have a platform. So I'm of the latter view, that it's much better to be writing. Obviously you have to be writing, but also building that audience over time, so that when you do pitch to a publisher, you have a really attractive package. So you have that synopsis, you have the book proposal, you have everything they want, but you also have an audience, and you say, look, I've been blogging for 2 years, I've got X number of followers, I have a speaking business, and I have this book, and what do you think? So obviously it needs to be a quality product, but you need to be a quality product as well as an author. So yes, you still have to go about it the traditional way, but also there are stories now of people attracting publishing deals from being out there. I guess Gary Vaynerchuk would be one. And some, in terms of fiction, there are authors who've been picked up by Amazon Direct, so Amazon Encore, to be published after they've had self-published success, which often goes hand in hand with having a good platform. So definitely, you can still do it the old way, but I personally think you need to build up an audience ready to buy your book.